Hi everybody, welcome back to Heavens of Sorcery, episode 9 with me, Sid. We have upgraded to the latest version, whatever, there's 10.0.3 or something like that. Anyway, the latest version. Hasn't really had any great effect on it. I did have to go through and reset all of my quest progress, and we also have got this dimension, which has not been pushed our way yet. The Underworld is a dark dimension full of lost spirits and fae, or fairies, as you know. The Underworld is not a required destination, but the creatures there may hold some useful materials to make your life easy. The portals displayed is like stepping into a dream, sending you only one way to return, drop into the void. Yay! So we have got that as an option. However, let's start off with the obvious. I have done another dungeon run. I have got more shulker boxes now than I care to think about. Consequently, I'm carrying a couple because I keep getting told off for not carrying my shulker boxes. And yeah, you're absolutely right. I should carry my shulker boxes. I also did a long session, a long AFK session, stood on here and got myself a few building materials, so that's a thing too. That doesn't get even a look in, so that's fine. And you know, we got a few bits of valuable equipment. I've got mainly miscellaneous stuff, but let's just head up, and hopefully it's daytime. It is daytime. So last episode we had done this. We've got this. I really am concerned that I can't really afford to be making those for every floor. They're also a little bit inconvenient, so I might kind of go for some more traditional access mechanisms. But we are going to continue on building this. We're going to build it up, maybe 2 or 3 floors. We're going to build it down, maybe 2 or 3 floors. We're going to mix it and merge it into the caves under the island. And possibly even put some little outriggers on. I don't know exactly how far I'm going to get with it, but that's the plan. But last episode I did some work trying to build a tree farm. Now I'm going to start over here. I have moved into a very, very humble little abode. Nothing much here at all. It's just, you know, a basic place. And I have a tree farm, and if anybody suggested this to me, I also have a cactus farm. These are growing over here as well. Look at how the cactuses grow with this dynamic trees. They're awesome. I love them. The secret was infused grass. So what I had to do was come in, dig out the grass. I've done a 5x5. It doesn't have to be a 5x5. That's just kind of where I went to. You can see these are all these ones are fairly advanced. As we move down, they will get less advanced in growth ages. And then I used the seeds to convert these over to infused grass, and these things grow on them absolutely fine. That was an oak apple gall. I don't know what we use it for. Something to do with the bewitchment mod, which I have no experience of, so I'm not going to sit there and practice and fumble around. We'll get to that when we get to it. Of course, that is the natural successor to witchery, so there's obviously going to be some similarity, I assume. Anyway, I'm not so worried about the wheat and stuff. What I am bothered about is spuds and this sugar cane, because we're going to need this. The other thing is I've got this niobium pickaxe, and I don't really need it in the overworld, because the only place I actually need it is here to do any work with. So what I am going to do is I'm going to use this transparent item frame from Quark, and we'll leave that there, and now we're good. I have also done a whole load of exploration, so I've come all the way around all this area. So yeah, you can see I'm trying to kind of pan out what happens with the edges of this, and It definitely seems to be kind of going around as a massive island. So, yeah, that's the thing. So, where do I want to start with things today? The first thing is I would like to make myself... where's my food? I've moved my food down here because I was getting a little bit low. That is a seed, and that can go in there. And I've got a fair bit of that, so hopefully we'll get plenty to make paper with, because we're going to want to make books. I'm just going to double check, is there another way? Wild roots, mulch from Misty World. How do you make mulch? Don't know. No obvious way of doing that. Okay, so I made myself a spell, and it's a projectile spell, which is lightning, which is +2 on the damage and +3 on the range. I'd like to try and infuse that into a staff. So what we need to have a look at is wizardry, because we need to make a... Why? Because they decided to put a long full name on it. Okay, that's fine. So if I want a... And then we've got Electroblobs with wizardry as well on top of that. Just... Oh, God. Too much things. So what is that? That is a... Staff, there we go. Bit of wisdom wood and 2 nuggets. Bit of wisdom wood. Sorry, 3 nuggets even. And 3 nuggets. So I would like to try and make a new staff with a new spell. And what we are going to do is, if we look at that spell, we need netherwort, quartz, blaze quartz, red quartz, devil dust and a pearl. So we have got an apex pearl, we've got quartz, we need 1 of those, and then we're going to need 8 and 8 again. We're going to need 1 of those and 1 of those. And if I combine that and that, I'm going to guess that they correspond. Let's just have a look how much we need of each. 3 and 2, yeah, so damage and range. That's those 2 quartzes. So, and I've already forgotten which way. 3 blaze, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. Let's pop those in there for now. We need a nether wart. Nether wart, blah blah blah. Devil dust and a pearl. Devil dust. Have I got any devil dust? I've got a horrible, horrible feeling that I haven't. Which means, of course, we're going to have to take a trip to the nether. Now, there's one advantage to this new little toy I got from my last dungeon run, and that is this skull. It's got everything that the cloud hopping to double jump one had. But this one, instead of giving me double jump, gives me fire resistance the moment I take damage from fire. So, in theory, fire resistance, lovely. So now we should be able to go and find one of those foxes and kill it a little bit. And always a warm reception whenever I beam in here. I really do need to fix that portal better at some point. And there's the fella I actually need. No, that's not the fella I need. That's one of them impy fellas. Okay, well, you know, unfortunately, Just keep my eyes open. My arm was taking a beating, and one of the reasons I want to get this bit of building done is I want to get into enchanting so we can actually build some better kit than we've currently got. Yeah, we'll try this way. So I'm going to go and hunt down one of these firefoxes or whatever they're called. I can't remember their exact name. And I'll be back with you once I've found that and got that bit. Alright, we got it. It was actually not too bad. That oops, that's not where I'm going yet. That Hoofery whatsamajig was actually invaluable. Just because it gave us everything everything we needed. So we got all of that, and then we okay, well, let's go and give that a try then, shall we? And try and A, remember how this thing works, and B, see what we kind of get in the way of spells that replace bows. I mean, the comment was made, and I apologise because I cannot remember who made the comment. I'm terrible at things like that, but 3 and 1, 2 and 1. What are they whizzing around? They are cool. Let's go step back a wee bit while it does its thing. Oh, that's quite a little explosion it gives off there, isn't it? And that gives us a lightning projectile, which we combine with a staff. And wow, it eats mana though. That much has got to be said. The question is, how much damage does it actually do? Well, I propose, because yeah, I'm a bit of an addict for these, that I've got 2 of those anyway. So let me take this, drop off the hoe, that, keep hold of those, that, we're going to get rid of that, get rid of that, keep those, get rid of you, you, and 2 should be enough, I think. A bit more food would go amiss though. Let's take some cooked venison. Don't think we've got any other wasp attractant. Okay, I don't know why I would want that. So the easy way to test it is 1, 2, 3 of those, 1 of those, and 1 of these overcooked pearls, and let's head off to the dungeon dimension. Swap that out. So what's that way? Nothing much there. They're all on the other side of that wall. Bucket of water is invaluable in these circumstances, so let's come on then. There you go, mate. Let's try it, shall we? Oh, I can't. Oh yeah, of course. Idiot. Oh, hang on. It's going to be a little bit darker, but at least. Wow, that doesn't really do much. Does nothing. Well, that was good. Maybe they're immune to lightning, I don't know. Right, okay. Right, well, I'm going to just finish this dungeon off now. I'm in the area, and I'll be back in a bit. All right. A little bit disappointed about that lightning bolt wand, and I think we're definitely going to have a look at that properly later, because that should have worked. However, it didn't, so no point crying over spilt milk. We did get another shulker, which is always a bonus, and we got these two to sort out, and then we can finally get back to doing some actual work. So in terms of what we got, not a huge amount. Ultimately, though, we did come out better off. We used 3 to get in, so we came out with 3 more of those, and these things can also be converted into those with mana. So technically I've got 100 and odd, so levitation we should be okay for, I think. Yeah, so now it's just a matter of me to going through here and sorting all the bits and putting the bits with the bits and the bits until we're finished. So I will just put these away, and again I shall be back with you in a second. Alright, so construction time. We need to make a tool to help us. Now, we've got builder's wands, and they are handy. They do the job. We've got elytra, so I'm not too worried about falling off now, and of course we know we don't fall off. That's actually got a whole load of, oh my god, I just realised that has got a whole load of bits in it. I must be saving a lot of this for if I get to uncraft things, because I can't think of any other reason why I would be saving them. Still, it clears up some space in the inventory, doesn't it? So there you go. Room for one more bit of stuff. Excellent, there we go. Hadn't realised I put a shulker in that chest, but that might be an interesting storage system anyway, using shulkers more like that. Especially seeing as we just have to spend 3 amethysts to go in there. Anyway, I did a mod spotlight on these ages ago, and it's Simulsax Transstructors, and these things are actually pretty awesome. Yeah, I think we've got everything we need. So we need a diamond nugget. I don't have a diamond nugget, but that's not a problem. We now have a diamond nugget. I need 4 iron, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a stick. Where the hell am I going to find a stick? There you go. I believe I might have 1 or 2,000 in there actually. So that'll give us a basic Simulsax Transstructor, and they've got this really neat interface. So if we put that away and have a look in our mod drops, I know I did get a single solitary ender pearl, so an advanced. See, that has 199, that has 1,000 durability. It's kind of a no-brainer. Now, the problem is often the case when working on Skyblock and building in the void, is that you don't want to die, because nobody does. So if I can just get you, damn it, didn't get that, doesn't matter. What I need to do is chisel this. Oops, no. And then now I'm carrying cobble, I can just go and place down. So if I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, so from here we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 1. And it's as simple as that. I don't have to worry about falling into the void. I can take out this section of floor here, and if I was being more careful, I mean, I really should try and look into getting some kind of magnet. That would probably be a wise choice, but I don't need to use the Simulsax Transstructor all the way as well. What I can do is, once I've got these in places, I can Well, how many did I do? I can't remember. 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 1. I think that's right. Yeah, perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So now with that in place, I can get down there, get another floor in place. We can obviously chisel these back to being proper stone. We are going to need some floor spruce, and of course we did go and plant a bunch of spruce in the other dimension, so we should be good to come over here and choppy chop. That's got 42. With a bit of luck you'll give me a there, plenty, look. Now what we'll do is we'll wait for that to spread, because it will, and then we can replant. And I'll just take all of these spruces out down here, and that will increase the, well, it'll increase the amount of spruce I've got, I suppose. Nothing more complex than that, really. But we'll just need to wait for that lot to spread. And there we go, one's down already, you see. So pop that down. As soon as these spread, I'll replant, and we've got 145 spruce all ready to go. So I just need to hang around now for these to do the thing. We'll be back in a sec. Of course, if I were the impatient type, I could kind of force the issue. As long as I've got one block of that, then I'll always have the opportunity to create more. And I know I can get more bone meal than that with these if I do them more creatively, but for what I'm doing right now, this should be fine. Just get them on their way. That one will have to wait. Yeah, right, let's go back and see about getting some building done. So I think going down, if we just try and have a look from this angle, we'll get a feel. Going down, I think I want to do maybe 2 or 3 floors of this thickness. But this floor, I do want to get and joining into the island and kind of make that part of it. Going up, I want to do a similar kind of thing, and then we'll try and do something a bit fancier with the area. But the idea in the first instance is to let's go and get some scrap blocks that I don't really care about, which basically translates to almost any of the dirt from the Misty World. Incidentally, I have quite a tall pile of iron there. I'm kind of processing it as I go, just to keep on top of the old iron situation. But of course, you know, well, keep on top of is probably the wrong phrase. Oh dear, I hate this. But of course, the other thing is we do have to remember that we can't actually die. Can I get rid of a couple of you? Turn you back over into that. Get you into... man, that's not how you do it. The pressure of being on the precipice here. Right, that should do us. Yep, there we go. Got it. Oh god, the only problem with that, of course, now is I've got this stupid blocks of cobble here. Oh, we can always take this out and put another floor in later on. That is not a problem. So from here we can just continue out, get the floor built in, and you know, Bob is a relative of your choice, really. Now, as I say, I do intend to kind of merge this in over here. So once I've got the same shape as the floor that we've got built here done, and of course, if I really wanted to be chicken about this, I can just do that. So that gives you, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 4. So I don't even have to move, which is quite nice. I don't really want to wear this tool out too fast though, so let me use this sparingly, and I'll continue on building, and I'll be back in a little while. Alright, quick update. We've got some very dark spaces. We've just put this space on the outside here. Now this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, like so, I think, for the time being. And this is going to be where we're sticking our enchanting setup. So the enchanter's going to go in here, and then we'll have a roof going on that peaks off of that side. And the idea is I want this kind of ramshackle tower look going on. Now this has no access down at the moment. We're just using this over here. That was just where I was working out the dimensions I needed to do for my quick and dirty enchantment setup. But this room we'll bring in here. We're going to do some steps down, so they'll keep this space, but we'll obviously tidy it up greatly, and the water access will vanish eventually. And up here we have got now, well, let's just come around to advantage. So we've got floor, 2 floors down. Now I realise it's ugly, it's just cobblestone, and it obviously needs some work, well, quite a bit of work if I'm brutally honest, but you know, we can get up here, that's fine. We'll have another floor on the top. I'm probably going to hold off that floor because I'm going to need more spruce for that. And I also need to have a purpose for these floors. It's not pointless just throwing floors in willy-nilly and having, you know, whatever. So, for example, in here we might have that as a centerpiece, and then some more of the... So that is... I'm trying to think, what are you from? Arcane World. This is from Wizardry, so we can take some of this stuff and some of these items and move them out the way. Other things like this and all of this setup can kind of stay down here, and we obviously will get forged, you know, smelting celted and all of that good stuff. At the moment though, I have no means of getting up and down, and I really do want to start looking at the enchanting side of things, because as I say, our armour is getting quite beaten up. We have got, apart from 2 empty shulker boxes, oops, hang on, we've got 1, 2 protection 4s, we've got, what else have we got? We've got some silk touch going on, some sharpness 5, we've got frost protection. What I really would like is, well, there's an unbreaking 3, but that's an ancient tome. I don't think that is what I think it is. Look at the sea, feather falling, looting by Bane of Arthur turds, which is probably the worst thing we could have got. But again, runs into the dungeon area are not expensive. It's not that much of a problem. And of course we're in 112, so we've got a reasonable enchanting system. What we don't have is a lot of lapis. I'm not entirely sure where the hell we're going to get. That's going to be Misty. Looks like the Misty dimension, or Misty World, or Ratlant. What the hell is Ratlantis? Okay, that definitely needs to be things. And obviously, if we could find any villagers, and I'm going to guess that they are probably rarer than Rocking Horse Poo things. But so enchanting is actually going to be more problematic, isn't it? We are definitely going to have to get down into the Misty World to get the lapis, and that's going to be at a low level. Oh man. I'm guessing therefore that we pick this up in the dungeons, which again I've got no objection to rushing through. I quite enjoy running those dungeons, but this is not getting us anywhere. So let us start off with something simple. Let's get a book. Let's get rid of these seeds that I've managed to pick up somewhere along the line, and the vanilla dirt. I should have 1, 2, 3, 4 of those, and we should certainly have a couple of emeralds. So that would allow us to at least make a start on enchanting. What we don't have is many books. We've got 6, so that's where we are going to struggle, but we've certainly got enough leather, and we should have a reasonable amount of sugarcane now. Not a vast amount, but if we converted that lot over and grab that, it's going to give me how many? Have they gone into there? 23. Wow, we're not rich in terms of stuff, are we? Blocks, ironwood should do the trick. So that gives us 7 whole bookshelves worth. Wow. Oops, that's actually that can stay there. Well, you know, it is a start. Let's not, you know, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither will our enchanting table be, it seems. So I'll have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. That gives us a starting point with our enchantment table there. So, you know, we can't really do much with this right now. We can only get a level 14, but at least we've got that. Oh, of course, I've done dimensional travel, haven't I? I need to gain a level or something. So we need more leather. We need more sugar canes. I suppose the obvious answer to that then is let's go get some and see what's what. Back in a minute. Alright, we are several hours on actually, and I've been dealing with several problems. One, we managed to gain more than enough leather to make enough books to do our enchanting room several times over. But what we were struggling with is probably the bane of most Minecraft. I want to get that enderman if I can. Let's see what's over here. And yeah, one of the problems you often, or at least I often, hey, hello. Good. I often have with Minecraft is done? Okay. You can bone meal these. I can bone meal pretty much everything in here except for sugarcane and cactus. And that is often a limiting factor. Now I wanted some ender pearls because I want to do an experiment. I've tried a couple of runs into the pantry, the dungeons, and wasn't overly successful in terms of getting loops. Now I figured out I'm getting lapis from the stonelings, which is definitely not going to be an efficient way of doing it. We're probably almost, well, we are definitely going to have to mine or do something on this in this world or another world to get the lapis situation sorted out, because we've got enough for one level 3 and a level 1 enchantment, which ain't much when you think about it. That's 57. However, I expanded my sugarcane farm out here to play the growth tick game, which of course, you know, is the more plants you have in an area, the more likely they are to pick up a growth tick and actually grow. So there you go. So that's where I'm at right now. The ender pearl was for a very different reason, and this could change everything, but it is most likely going to fail. And but it's on the face of it is actually not a bad thing anyway. So let's just jump down here, and if I get my mob drops together for starters, and we'll take this lot and convert you all over into paper, and then we shall make all of those into books. That gives me 21 books, which is 7 bookcases, isn't it? Which that's not enough timber for. So let me find. I must have. I'm going to say I'm very surprised if I didn't have a considerable amount of ironwood there, because I've been chopping it down like an idiot, like a tree chopping fool. So that will give us another 7 bookcases, which is actually not too bad. That gets us quite a bit closer to this, but I want to try this out. We're not desperate at this stage for the bookcases. I also should chisel these blocks into something meaningful before we go any further. Because obviously we are, we're gonna be doing more bookcases around the place, and I'm not going to be able to see where I'm placing them. So that is going to be again 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, like that. Oh, of course, there. We will get some lights, some skylights or something into this bit of the build, but right now. That is fine. So that's what we got there. 7 plus those gives me level 14 enchants. Now I need 1 more, but I'm going to put 2 just for symmetry in. But that means that we can now get I can't enchant that obviously. Level 28. Ugh, dear, smite. Just out of interest, efficiency. Unbreaking. That was probably going to get efficiency and unbreaking at a guess. That's a tool, isn't it? So that's going to get exactly the same. That doesn't enchant. That apparently doesn't enchant. Okay, intriguing. Neither does that. Very intriguing. Anyway, I need 2 more bookcases. That's very doable, and then we can finally get a roof on this thing. But what I want to try is just a little cheaty. Well, it's all right, not cheaty. It's not a cheat in any shape of the word. It is specifically let me just get rid of it. I need to empty those out before we do this anyway. We'll put those away, and I will tidy myself up a little bit. It's specifically using a spell which I have got here, and it's a touch substitute. Substitute swaps the caster's position with that of the target. Blocks work similarly. So what I want to find out is, can I use that? I assume it's substitute anyway. That's a place. Poison cloud, low gravity, lightning. Let me just double check all of these. Illumination, leap, grace, frost, extract items from target entity, or block with an inventory. Respects locked containers. Okay, intriguing. Decay, crash, fall, burn, break, bouncing, anti-gravity. That would seem to be the most likely version, the substitute. So it's a very simple spell, but it does require me to get some bits and pieces together as per usual, and I need to go and do the fox thing again because I need one of those. But I needed an eye of ender, and that was the one thing I didn't have. I also do have the raw beef. I've been very cautious not to use that one up because I knew that was a thing that was going to be happening. So what I do need is to go and to pop to the nether briefly, check my armor, and try for some of those foxes, and then we can try and make a substitute spell and give that a try in the dungeon. Now, what I'm hoping is the ability to swap the bookcases for an alternative block. However, as I said, I'm not entirely expecting that to be something that happens. Ow. Bloody fire. Oh, look at them things. I don't like them at all. It's not so much I don't like the actual ghosts, it's I don't like their drop. Oh, go away. And I'll be honest, if they do drop them, yeah, they do. I'll be very tempted. I need to get some salt sand while I'm here anyway. So I'll be very tempted to turn them off, but I really do not want that. Mainly because they give you bad luck if you pick them up. I don't know what sound effect that is. He's a tough one. Oh wow, he is a tough one. He's got like 130 odd hit points. He's some kind of legendary ghost. Wow. Oh, well. We're out of arrows as well, which is not a good thing to be in the nether. Yeah, don't want that. The nether's bad enough without those bloody things dropping. Now again, I don't really mind the idea of a bad luck spell. It's really not a major problem. I don't desperately need that, you know. Let's try and stick on theme and get this fox, fiery foxes done. It's the default duration of the bad luck, and it's something like stupid like 20 minutes, or I can't remember what it was, so I need to double check the settings on that, because I didn't like it when it was first introduced. It was a Quark idea. I turned it off in my own play world, and to be honest, I'm not that fond of it that I would keep it in this Let's Play if it is set at that kind of high level. Anyway, foxes. We need to get the fiery foxes, and I'll get them and I'll be back in a bit. Alright, I am happy enough. We should have now, if I can just drop off most of this. Alright, hang on. This is another case where I left my hoofers in the what's-my-jig. Seeds, mob drops, don't need you. Blocks, don't need you, or I don't really need you. Don't need that bit of coal. I do, however, need one of those. Food, I need that. What else was there? I'm trying to think. Obviously we're going to need a pearl, but I think we're down to our last one of those, of any decent quality anyway. Thing, and pearl. Yeah, okay. Pearl, there we go. last one. It's a little overdone. Will live. So let us go and get that going, and then we can take a trip into the dungeony portal and see if we can't boop, 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 boop. Cheat a little bit on these. I will kick myself if we can, just purely on the basis that this thing. I need another one staff, don't I? Come on, let me through. Let's get the one staff done. That's a little bit of that and 3 of those. And see how that goes then. Combine that with that. My mana's a little bit on the low side, so severe side effects included. Let's not go with severe side effects included. Let's just inject myself with that. I don't see how that's ever a good idea, but there you go. Right, so we've got the touch substitute with what? That really doesn't seem to be touch substitute. How do I set this to swap a block? I feel like I've been swizzed again. I mean, that is cobblestone. That's just doing nothing, is it? I'm going to have to do, I think, some research on this thing, because these spells seem a bit crap to me, to be honest. Now, whether it's me being a bit crap or not, I don't know. So, in the meantime, I'm going to just continue on a little bit with what I'm trying to do in here, work out the various rooms. Now, my thoughts are entrance chamber will have probably some basic tables and stuff in it. This will probably be a library where we'll store books and everything. Going down, I was thinking storeroom, moving into that. We can definitely do something a bit better in here with storage. And going down again, we can get into some spells and enchanting. However, we still need to do lapis, and that is going to be, I think, a challenge, because lapis ore is a misty world and it occurs. Why? Actually, it's not too bad. 107 to 125. So I think it's reasonable that we can get up there. But I think a fortune pick would be, if we're going for that, a fortune pick would be useful, and I'm not entirely sure what I've got. I've got silk touch, so I could put silk touch onto a niobium pick, and then we could then that's no good, so I've got to do something with it there. Looting, looting, sharpness, fire aspect, nothing useful there. Frostwalker, feather falling. It's all looting, isn't it? No fortune at all. Right, Well, I suppose we'll just have to try and enchant one, but yeah. You're going to need to, I suspect, go caving in the misty realms, which could be entertaining. Let me do a little bit more work on the build structure. I'll be back in a second. Alright, I've decided to use some of this cobblestone from Misty World because it's got a couple of advantages. One is it's actually flexible enough to do things like this. Now I don't know if I think I will do it like that. It's got a nice colour differentiation without being too in your face, and of course what you can do is we can get a nice what's the word I'm looking for here, a nice little roof effect going on. Now what I do need to think about, up here, apparently I appear to have managed to pick up a bee somewhere. Okay, I don't question these things anymore. It's it really isn't worth it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. Let's get some torches on the go because I'm a little bit light on those again. I actually should put some of this other stuff away. So I was looking at rustic. Now rustic has got a few nice bits and pieces. It has, for example, this chandelier ring, but that uses a candle which uses tallow, which is made in... no, that's not going to work for me. So there's beeswax or okay, and quark. Quark uses, what do you use for a candle then, huh? Maybe not. Now we could also go with that. So let's just we're not shy of iron. So let me grab those iron nuggets and iron. And I think that is not what I wanted. Then I need. Well, that's fine, but it's not the right bloody chain, is it? Does that? Well, I suppose the only one way to find out. Make some of that. Do that. I think it was like that, and then 1, 2, 3, and 1. Yeah, doesn't translate. Now what can we? Oh, we can chisel. Ah, that's interesting. Okay. Useful to know. So we'll do that. That makes me 2 of those, and we can find somewhere to put the excesses. I should have somewhere kicking around. Yeah. Now refresh my memory, Quark, because it's a while since I used one of these. Doesn't work on half slabs. And it does not work with those. Okay. So we definitely need to get the bee going to get some wax. Now that is simple enough. We just need to go back in here, have a look at apiary from here, and it is just logs and planks. Okay. I'm going to try this with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those, and a couple of these. My inventory is an absolute pigsty right now, but that's fine. Nothing new. It is night time, so let's sleep. I'm just thinking I might actually just plop this in the farm area because it accelerates growth ticks. So I probably should have thought about doing this, several hours ago. I'm also not sure how long I've been recording, so what we shall do is I'll get this place down. We'll about there perhaps. We'll stick that 1 bee in. He can get to work, and I'll go back round and find a few more bees, and yeah, I'll get some wax. That will allow me to make the candles, which will allow me to finish off that enchanting room. So I'll be back in a short while. All right, we got some beeswax, so we need one of those. This is an awful lot of effort to go to make candles, but there you go. Let me pop those in there. I should have everything I need for that. I'm just wondering, we've got somewhere kicking around in some of these. We've got a few bits and pieces of interest that we could potentially use down there. We're going to need this little bit of lapis. We don't have a huge amount. We have got these urns, and I've got 2 or 3 of these. So let's just take. Okay, let's not take that one. There you go. Boop. So these are like mini, almost like mini shulkers as well, which is quite nice. But what I want to do is at least get this enchanting room finished, and to do that what we need is a little bit of that going on. That gives us things. I put a log bit in there so we can pop you down, and then that can basically have that going on. Pop that down, we'll take that out, and we'll pop that one down. So we've got a couple of ceramic urns there. Stick a little bit of that in, probably get some flower pots or something in, and we will have our enchanting room. An awful lot of effort for a small area. I mean, an awful lot of effort. It was almost a silly amount of effort. We do want to get some books anyway, because we'll probably want some disposable enchanting things. But what I would like to do to start off with the little bit of material I have, because we're going to have to head into the misty world. I needed 2 of those, didn't I, idiot? It would be nice to have a Misty World pick that was actually enchanted. Now if we got Fortune, that would be beyond all expectations. 1, 2, 3. But we'll take what we get. We get an efficiency 4, but those are unbreaking, so let's see what we get. Just efficiency 4. Okay, well, you know what? It's still efficiency 4. Unbreaking would have been nice. I have got that peculiar little book thing. Let's just check. But I don't think it was an enchanting book. So we got protection. That was it. We got this unbreaking, but I don't think that curse of binding. Why the hell? I kept that for one reason and one reason only, and that was so I can use it in Hoover. Efficiency 5. We got another unbreaking 3. I don't think that works the same way though. Yeah, that is, I think, the superpower enchants, which is a shame. Unbreaking enchant would have been really nice on that. Still, it's what we got. So, I mean, I could, if I had the lapis, I could do more, but I don't, so I won't. I think I'm going to probably do a fair amount of work off camera in these areas, because I do need to get this area, as I say, this storage, libraries and all of that kind of thing going on. But you know, we're making progress. It's the big delay for this area of the build so far has been purely and simply the getting sugarcane. So on that note, I am going to, if I can just, there is a, I want to take you out. There's always a problem if I basically don't do that properly, it does not play nicely. So yeah, getting on there. We'll get more built on this tower. We will have hopefully more to look at as we go forward, but I'm not sure whether I can get a view of what we got going on. I built it on the wrong side, but if you imagine that stretching down, this carry on down, tapering off, that going up, tapering up, more of those on the sides as we go up, poking off, you kind of getting the feel for what I'm aiming to do here. But right now it's still a massive cobblestone structure. So on that note, until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys. We will actually try and do some proper magic again next time, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.